Day 23. Well done for getting this far. We are just going to crack on today. We are going to start lying down, but do not fear, we are going to get ourselves moving. We are going to fire ourselves up. We have a change of location. We have a Daisy dog today, so let's hope she doesn't interrupt us too much. So without further ado, grab your mat, wear something comfortable you can move easily in, and I will see you in a second. So from here, let's lie down. Lying down all the way on our mats, minding sofas and any other furniture you might have in the way. And let's take one hand to our stomach. Take the right hand to your stomach, left hand to your heart centre, and let's just do 3 breaths just to centre ourselves and bring ourselves into the room. Lovely stuff. When you've done those 3, just bring the hands down to the side and bring the knees into the chest. And then we're going to do some breath-led movement, which yoga basically is. And on an inhale, let's straighten the legs up. And exhale, bring the knees into the chest. Inhale, straighten the legs up. Exhale, knees into the chest. Let's keep doing this at your own breathing pace. Daisy's got an itch. And then, if you want to take it a little bit further, if you want to kind of start firing up that core, just lift the pelvis up ever so slightly as you bring the legs overhead. Just lift that pelvis up, and you might automatically be able to feel that core fire on. And we're going to get the arms involved as well. Obviously, listen to your shoulders today. If they don't want to do this, then just keep the hands by the sides. As we inhale, we're going to take the arms overhead or up into the air, so like that. And then bring the hands down on an exhale. Inhale up, exhale down. Couple more. Daisy thinks hello, hello. I said a couple more. I think I've done about 5 more now. And then on the next exhale, hug those knees in. Let's just do a few little rolls around, opening the knees up and thereby opening the hips up. And then take those circles the other way. And then give them a good hug in. And then bring the shins so that they are parallel to the floor. So our knees are basically over the hip points. Hands down by the side. And we're just going to do 12 alternate toe taps. So take the right foot down, lift it up. Left foot down, lift it up. And we're going to do 12 each side. So right down, left down. Breathe how you feel best here. I breathe as I go tuck the toe down and inhale as I bring it up. I have no idea how many I've done. I think that might be the 6th. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hug those knees in, and then if you fancy it, rock and roll to standing. Whee. So, whoa. Let's rock and roll to a forward fold, in fact, not just standing, let's forward fold. In our forward fold, we're going to bend those knees really, really generously so our fingers just about touch the mat. On an inhale, bring those hands up and forward. So we're raising the torso, we're keeping the knees bent, coming into chair pose or a squat. allowing the sit bones to open out, so our thighs are rotating inwards, keeping our strength in the legs. Holding it for 3, 2, squat a little bit lower, 1, fold forward, just allow the legs to work themselves out a little bit, make the legs feel nice again. We're going to do the same again, so bend those knees nice and generously, open the heart up, we're going to hold it, 3, 2, 1, and stand up, starburst, arms out wide, open it all up, and exhale. Bring the hands down, come to our mountain pose, find some center. From here, let's take a wide stance out on our mats with our feet pointing ever so slightly inwards. Bring the hands to your hip creases. Excuse me. We're going to go into triangle. So lift the right toes up and pivot on that right heel. And while we're here, we just want to make sure that the right heel is in line with the arch of the left foot, just so we've got a nice strong base. Shoulders, these are your shoulders, and your hips are in line with the long edge of the mat. Bring the hands out to shoulder height. And we're going to just reach forward, allow the hips to pop to the back ever so slightly. We're reaching forward, and then just allow that hand, the right hand, to come down to the shin. Could be to the thigh. Try not to press onto that knee because it's a very weak joint, I suppose. Bring the hand down to the shin, left arm up, and we inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, just open that chest up, looking up to that left hand if we can, if our neck wants to, otherwise just look in where it's comfortable for us. And we really are kind of lifting up through the thigh, lifting up through both thighs to give ourselves a nice strong base. Triangle pose. Holding it, opening up, feeling the strength as well supporting us. To come out, we come through warrior 2. So bend the right knee over the ankle, push through that foot. Come into warrior 2, arms at shoulder height. Straighten the front leg and pivot on the heel to bring it back in. So the toes again, resetting the toes so your feet are ever so slightly pointing inwards. Hands come to the thigh creases. We're going to do the same the other side. So lift up on the left heel, pivot on that left heel. So we're moving from the hip, not the knee. Making sure the heel's in line with the arch of the right foot. Bringing the hands up to shoulder height. And then we reach forward ever so slightly, allowing those hips to pop back a little bit. And then just carve a line with that left hand down to where it rests onto that leg. Some people, if it's in your practice to not hold the leg, don't hold the leg, that's absolutely fine. Just make sure you've got a nice kind of core engagement if you're doing that. We're engaging the core anyway as we're doing this. So if the right arm has decided to go on a trip by itself, bring it down to the leg and just bring it up and align from the left arm to the top. Again, lift up through the arches of the feet so the thighs are engaging. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, open up as if you're leaning into a wall behind you. And enjoy your triangle pose. Couple more breaths. We come out the same way. So we turn our head to face the left foot, bend the left knee over the ankle, push through the left foot, come up into warrior 2. Oh, don't fall back. And then straighten the legs. Bring the hands to the thigh creases. We'll go into a wide-legged forward fold. So from here, lengthening up through the spine, inhaling. Exhale, fold. Inhale, release the hands. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Widening the stance if that helps for you. And just sinking into your wide-legged forward fold. On each exhale, we relax, letting the body know this is exactly what we're intending it to do. To come out, we come up halfway on an inhale. Exhale, hands come to the thigh creases. Inhale, engage the core muscles and come up all the way. And then just walk the feet in. Bring the feet to about hip distance, a little bit wider if you want to. Just bring the hands down to the sides, finding your center, and then we're going to simply just start to tap each side. So we're twisting the torso and allowing the arms to swing round just to tap the hips on either side. And this is a really nice one just to get the body flowing, to get some energy in. And I like to think of the taps as like loving little, just, I know you're there, you know I'm here, let's just all get along. And keep those knees nice and bent, so you're just moving from one side to the other. We don't want it too rigid, we want the body to just feel nice and flowing, nice and loose. And then once you've had enough, just gently allow the arms to swing back to center. Slowly, like a pendulum. Means my arms would probably never stop. And if you've got your feet wider than the hip distance, just bring those in ever so slightly, and we'll start as we began. Right hand on the stomach, left hand on the heart center. Closing the eyes or taking a soft gaze to a point on the floor in front of you. 3 deep breaths in and out. And to close, bring the hands to prayer position at heart center, bowing slightly forward, thanking yourselves for this time, thanking the body for what it's just achieved for us. And I thank you for joining me today. And I will see you tomorrow for our last day in the Advent calendar.